Casper family wonders if the human skull found in the Red Desert last week might be their missing loved one. There's a big push for horse racing at Cheyenne Frontier Days. And just what is that giant wooden troll near Jackson? We'll take a look at these stories and more today from Wyoming's largest news organization. I'm Wendy Corr for Cowboy State Daily. The family of a Casper woman who's been missing for 9 years is anxiously awaiting more information after a human skull was found in Wyoming's Red Desert earlier this month. Cowboy State Daily's Claire McFarland spoke with the daughter of 61-year-old Chris Richardson, who disappeared seemingly into thin air in 2014.
She said that they watched the headlines and they watched social media. And when she saw the headline about the skull found in the Red Desert, she dared to hope, because as dark as it sounds at this point, they're hoping for confirmation of death, because it would mean that her mother is at peace, that the family can have closure.
The Sweetwater County coroner didn't have much news on the skull as of Wednesday. A state anthropologist has it and is in the process of determining its age. Well, a proposal to add live horse racing to Cheyenne Frontier Days was considered by Laramie County Commissioners on Tuesday. Cowboy State Daily's Renee Jean reports that the proposal was not popular with residents who live near Frontier Park.
They're concerned about how much traffic it will cause. They feel like they are already putting up with a lot, having Cheyenne Frontier Days in their backyard. They're picking up trash. They're dealing with noise and parking issues and, all of that kind of thing. And so they don't really want to see another big blowout event.
The proposal was tabled by the county commissioners. However, a second proposal for horse racing northeast of Cheyenne that would bring the state's first full-size track was given the go-ahead at the meeting. A Wyoming Bitcoin miner is upset with the state's Select Committee on Blockchain, Financial Technology, and Digital Innovation Technology. Sean Murphy, who represents Bison Blockchain, is demanding the removal of 2 of the members for a perceived conflict of interest. Cowboy State Daily's Leo Wolfson reports that Murphy is asking for the removal of committee member Matt Kaufman, an attorney whose firm has represented a Chinese Bitcoin mining company, and committee member Jeff Wallace, a Cheyenne banker who until recently served on the Denver branch board of directors of the Federal Reserve Bank of Kansas City.
It's important to note that these members of the committee are not voting members. They're liaison members that were appointed by Governor Mark Gordon. But still, Murphy thought that there's way too much conflict going on there.
Kaufman says he does not personally represent the Chinese company, and Wallace pointed out to Cowboy State Daily that his term on the Reserve Bank board expired at the end of 2022. I'll be back with more news right after this.
No one should go hungry on Thanksgiving, and yet hundreds of men, women, and children from our community are homeless and hurting this holiday season. Yet you can provide hope. Just $2.58 provides a hot meal and life-changing services at the Wyoming Rescue Mission, like safe, welcoming shelter, support, and long-term recovery to help them get back on their feet. Learn more and give online at wyomission.org. That's wyomission.org.
The COVID-19 pandemic revealed a lot of things, including how some states turned to alcohol to cope. According to information from the University of Wisconsin Population Health Institute's 2023 County Health Rankings and Roadmap report, the Dairy State reported the highest number of residents who turned to drinking as the pandemic was cranking up. But Cowboy State Daily's Dale Killingbeck reports that in Wyoming, it was a slightly different story.
It was a 2023 report, but it's a 2020 statistics, and it shows that a lot of people turned to drink during the pandemic or drinking to excess. Wisconsin led the way, followed by 4 other northern states, and then Wyoming came in at 19%.
However, Wyoming State Liquor Association Executive Director Mike Mosier said it is difficult to draw conclusions from a study that used a pandemic year as its basis. And when the giant wooden troll first came to Jackson, there was amazement, whimsical wonder, and more than a little fear from some of the area's smaller kiddos, because trolls eat people, right? Well, not this one, reports Cowboy State Daily's Jake Nichols.
Contrary to Norse folklore, this giant wooden troll sculpture is friendly. Created by Danish artist Thomas Danbo, it's one of over 100 worldwide and the only one in Wyoming.
The she-troll, dubbed Mama Mimi when it took form in May 2021, was a project of Jackson Hole Public Art. The art installation is tucked just around the corner out of sight of most beachfront blankets around the pond. Mimi can be accessed on foot through a wooded trail or by water. And that's today's news. Get your free digital subscription to Wyoming's only statewide newspaper by hitting the subscribe button on CowboyStateDaily.com. I'm Wendy Corr for Cowboy State Daily.